Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 17th Annual Nutrient Management Conference. I am Fabian Fernandez. I'm a nutrient management specialist at the University of Minnesota, and it's my pleasure to welcome you today. It's wonderful to see so many of you here in the room, as well as people online. For those here in Minnesota, it's pretty cold. It's minus 18, feel of minus 33. So but Minnesotans are pretty hardy, and it's shown here in the room with so many of you here present. Today we have a wonderful program prepared for you, and I just want to begin by acknowledging a few people that have been really instrumental in helping prepare this conference. Warren Formo with MAWRC, Tim Revitz with Discovery Farms, Yava Kiaska from MDA, and others that have helped us with planning the speakers, planning the program, and of course, all the funding groups that make it possible for us to have this conference to you very inexpensively. And the logos of the different groups and companies are here in this slide. So thank you to them for their continued support. Today we will have, because we have an audience in person and online, we will be doing Slido for question and answer. And so if you're not familiar with this, just either type, go to slido.com and type hashtag 25 nutrient or use the QR code, and that will take you to a little application there. You don't have to download anything. You will be right there, and you can ask questions. It will look just like you see here in the screen. You can type your question. If you see a question that you like, you can vote it up, and that way that question moves up so that the moderator can start with the questions on the top. And so it works pretty well, and that allows us to kind of have an integrated Q&A with both you here in the room as well as our audience online. The thing that I want to make sure that we cover before we get started is that this program is possible, as I mentioned, because of a lot of supporters. And the other part is that we value your feedback because we want to make sure that we provide the best value in this program for you. And so we want to hear from you. There will be a survey sent out after the conference. I will send a couple of emails, 3 emails total. I don't want to fill your inbox, but I also would like to remind you of this survey. So if you could fill it out, that would be wonderful. It not only helps us improve the program, it also provides really good information for our administrators to see that our time is spent on valuable things, that the audience value the work that we are doing, and that helps them support us in our work. So it's very important for several different reasons. At the end of the survey, you will also be able to enter into a drawing for a gift card. I also want to mention that there is a survey of soil health across the U.S. This is a program that we are not directly working with, but we are collaborating with folks from Missouri that they are doing this work, and they are looking for volunteers to improve a tool called Soil Health Assessment Protocols and Evaluation, SHAPE. And the reason that it's important for folks from Minnesota to participate in is that the more information that we can provide from Minnesota, the better that tool will be to help us in Minnesota understand soil health and understand what kinds of practices improve soil health. And so the participants basically will need to do a 45 to 60-minute interview with somebody over Zoom talking about their production system. The group will come to your farm eventually and take some soil samples from contrasting areas of your farm where you do different practices, so that again allows this tool to to have information on contrasting variables to improve that tool. And then they will do this for, it will take a while. They will come in the summer probably, not now, obviously, and do those soil samplings. And then as a participant, you will receive a personalized soil health report of your field, so the fields that they will sample for you. They will give you a report on all of the information that they get out of that. And they will also send you a copy of a book that will be produced as part of this work. It will be a nice picture book, mostly with, kind of like coffee table book that you can have. And your farm may be featured in that book too, which could be pretty awesome. And then there will be an appreciation gift card as well for that. And I will send this also in an email so that you have the link and you can sign up for that. I would like to remind everybody of CCUs. Of the CCA credits, if you need to sign up for those are available. We'll have this slide also kind of cycling through during the breaks, during lunch. The recordings of this conference will be available in YouTube a little bit after the conference. So we'll be sending also an email reminding everybody or letting them know where the link is for all the presentations. And a lot of great information on nutrient management, of course, is available through different ways, the University of Minnesota and the AFREC page that has information on nutrient management. Let's see. I think that's the last slide. Yes. So with that, I will turn the time over to Bruce Montgomery. He's the Director of Research for the Agriculture, Fertilizer Research and Education Council, AFREC. And many of the presentations that we have in this conference, as well as the nitrogen conference that happened a couple of weeks ago, are the result of funding that comes to researchers at the University of Minnesota and others to look at nutrient-related issues. And so we try to feature a lot of that research during these conferences. The program today, I am extremely excited about it. It's a little bit different than what we have done in the past for this conference. This conference, typically we have all the different nutrients. We talk about all the nutrients that crops need for their development. But this year, the program is exclusively focused on phosphorus. And the reason for that is because as we started planning this conference, almost a year ago, we realized that there was a lot of great work being done on phosphorus here in Minnesota, as well across the Midwest. And so the first part of the program, we'll have a panel of farmers, but we will also have folks from around the Midwest talking about their experience with phosphorus, the work that they are doing. And then at the end of the program, we'll have our very own University of Minnesota researchers talking about the work that is happening here in Minnesota. So really exciting program. And with that, I'll turn it over to Bruce to carry us through the program. Thank you.
Okay, well, good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us today. If it makes you feel any better, I just saw the news that it was 34 below in Bismarck, North Dakota this morning, so should feel a little bit better about where we're at today. So as Fabian said, I'm the part-time coordinator for the AFREC program, and that program is essential for us to continue long-term research. As these programs get more and more complicated with adding things like soil health and water quality, as the new legislation has directed us, it's really important that we can keep these programs going for not years, but sometimes decades to answer some of these complicated questions. So we're in good shape for another 5 years to keep that program going. But one thing I'd really encourage you to do, whether you're a farmer or you're provide technical assistance, please try to keep this new research integrated and adopted to the fullest extent possible. There's a lot of people watching us in the public. The legislators have a pretty dim view of what we're doing right now. So the more we can implement and show that we're making advancements, it's going to be good for everybody. So today, my job is to keep things on track, and also mispronounce everybody's names. And I'll be the kind of the time Nazi. So to keep us going, it will be Dave Nicolai. Each one of these sessions will be 40 minutes long. At 30 minutes, I'll give you a 10-minute warning to all the speakers, and then 5 minutes, and try to keep 5 minutes open for questions. By all means, question answers is a really important part of the program, so make sure you use Slido. We'll also pass the mic around later if you have questions and want to do it that way.